Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle again, and we are back on the WaffleMods world, and you can see that I've done a few things since the last time I had recorded. I just mostly did some gathering. You can see that there is some differences in the house here. We did have a creeper explode outside and blow me up, and I lost some of the glass. I just filled it in with whatever I had on hand that was somewhat close, so hopefully that's not too bad. If you can hear the rain in the background, I apologize for that. It is raining behind me. Hopefully that's not too distracting for you. And we've got another chest up here, which I think was in the last video, but I know the one thing wasn't in the last video is this little hole down here. So what I did was I just dug all the way down to bedrock, and let me go ahead and turn my sound down here real quick. Turn that down to about there, and take the music down some more. Okay, so we dug all the way down to bedrock down here to start mining and getting more materials. You can see there's a few mobs on the radar. I do need to kill a few endermen. I'd love to get some pearls. And you can see that I have 10 obsidian. And it turns out these osmium paxels can actually mine obsidian, which I actually didn't know until I started using it and realized I was getting some drops from that. But we do only have 90 uses left, but you can see I've got plenty of room down here, lots of lava, lots of obsidian, and I've cleared out as much as I could. Oop, did miss some osmium right there. Maybe that was the last one. I cleaned out most of this of resources wherever I could find it. You can see all these little holes and pockets and things that I've dug out. Here's some salt that I missed. Salt's not terribly critical. But all the really valuable stuff, found a few diamonds, lots of redstone, lots of things like that. So I cleared this out fairly well. We're going to come back here. There is an area all the way on one side. Actually, I don't even think it's there. One of these places where I basically walled it off and said, okay, I'm going to get to that later. I'd cleared everything out, made a couple of trips. And then it turns out these osmium paxels are actually pretty easy to repair as well. So way up there, we're going to get back to and do some mining. But obviously, since we have the obsidian and we have the osmium, we want to do a couple of things, which is make another portal and repair this tool. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to head... Did I miss it? Is it the right way? This is the right way. I can never remember. I'm terrible at navigating. That's not the right way yet. This is it. Okay. So we're going to go up here. We're going to repair the osmium paxel. We're going to build our nether portal. We're going to see how lucky we get with where we end up in the nether. And then we're also going to probably get a drum made so we can start filling that up with lava. In the short term, that's going to be a good solution for us. Eventually, we're going to want an ender tank, but in order to do that, we need some blaze rods, and we need a couple of ender pearls as well. So if we get really lucky and we're near another fortress, maybe we can do the ender tanks, and we're going to need more obsidian and diamonds and whatnot to make the endothermic pumps and all those goodies that you need to make for that. So let's see, did I leave anything in this furnace? I did not. Okay, great. So with the anvil here, we're going to put our osmium paxel in there. We're going to throw 4 ingots in, and for 6 levels, we get a fully repaired tool, which that's really good because that's 4 ingots, and normally this takes a pick, a shovel, and an axe to create. So that saves us 3 ingots at the cost of 6 levels. Not bad at all. Okay, so then we need to make a couple of things. We need to make a flint and steel, and that's going to help us light our nether portal. We're going to put all that stuff away, and then we need to make a couple of pressure plates. Oops, there we go. Get those guys. And put those here, a cauldron here, and like that. And we have a drum. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and throw our cobblestone in there, and I'm not sure we're putting salt these days. There it goes. You can see I've been smelting up a lot of the materials I found out there, so that's pretty good. And we're going to throw this osmium in our smeltery as well. And we have hooked up a redstone clock here. It's still smelting away. I got a little bit of iron left in there, and this is what we've got from the rest of our gathering. So we're doing pretty well on materials. Like I said, I did a little bit of exploring, but I know one thing I want to do before I get too far along is once I can do basic mechanism ore processing, so I can get at least 3x, which isn't too bad, then this house can stay here as kind of our little spawn area, and we're going to go in and make a base. But for now, we're going to use this. We're going to get a lot of materials, and honestly, once we have everything else set up, we can use the nether portal to go pretty far pretty quickly. So let's come over here, and we're going to just build this right in the ground. Drop these 2 here. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is just like vanilla. There's nothing different in the mods, or at least the mods that I have installed here. And we're going to throw a sand up here. Throw these last 2 obsidian on. Get that sand back because it looks ugly. And let's throw a torch on either side of that. And then we're going to light this thing up. Boom. Okay, so there we go. We've got all that put away. Let's get our drum. We'll get our bucket. And we still have our terrible copper armor and our osmium sword, but that should be good enough unless we encounter a bunch of werewolves, in which case we're just going to run right back through the portal. Downloading train. Now this might take a few seconds, hopefully not. Running on a pretty good computer with a solid state drive, it should be fairly quick, but I have never been to the nether before here. OMGs. GG's peeps. We are in a nether fortress with our portal, like right in the hallway. Oh my goodness, this seed is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna just torch this thing up, and wow, that is just amazeballs, as Slipgator would say. So let's go ahead and put a waypoint down here right now. Portal, and put that in some kind of yellow color so it stands out, and close that. Great. Now we have that. That means we should be able to get, nether mithril. Let's get some of that. We should be able to get our blaze rods in here, no problem at all. And this is fantastic. That's really going to help out a lot. I don't really care about the ivy. Probably need to get a little quartz. I don't need a lot of that yet, but if we want to make some more redstone stuff, we will need quartz in the future. Now let's see if we can get any of that. There we go. Good. I'm feeling pretty happy with that. And let's see where we are in terms of the fortress. So that is looking pretty good. Ooh, that's a big lava lake. That's looking pretty good. I don't see an immediate spawner right here. I do see a pigman, and that looks like a nightmare over there. We are going to look to see if we can find a spawner early on. And we might have to kill this nightmare. He's probably going to be aggressive. Yeah, he's scary sounding too. Ooh, and did we get a... We got 2 hearts of fire off the first nightmare we encountered. That is really, really good. We are extremely lucky right now. Hey there, guy. We're going to go and do a little exploring. I'm still stunned. I'm speechless a little bit. Well, actually, I'm not speechless. I'm still talking. But this is huge. Look at that. It goes way over there. That's really kind of weird, though. It looked pretty nice and square. It's got to be more fortress over there, then. Yeah, wow, look at that. There's more fortress over on that side, too. So we're going to get some glowstone. That's awesome. That's going to just drop down there. I don't care. We got a lot of that. What else do we have up here? That looks like some ash and some flesh. That's kind of gross. Don't need that right now. Let's get some sulfur. We're eventually going to need a bunch of that for mechanism ore processing. One thing that we also want to do is, and maybe we don't need to do this right away, we need to find that meteor that we marked earlier. And for that, we're going to need better tools. I don't think osmium will work, although maybe it does because it works on obsidian. But we need to get some inscribers so that we can make the patterns, to make the chips, so that we can make our AE network stuff. So that is really nice. If you guys have never played with Applied Energistics, it takes a lot of investment to make the initial pieces, but having everything stored in one device is pretty outstanding. Let's go ahead and use some netherrack and get up here. Whoop, there we go. And yeah, you can do diamond chests and everything else, but no need to sort your materials, no need to decide what goes where. With AE, just search for it by name, and it's really easy to get stuff. Whoa, that was almost really bad. That would be a quick way to ruin the fun of finding this really lucky stuff. And nether iron ore. So if you haven't seen nether ores before, basically they work just like regular surface ores. Whoa! And that's an explosive bat. That was really scary. But yeah, so what I was saying is these ores work just like surface ores, except that generally they double. You cook them in a regular furnace and they turn into multiple ores. Sometimes we get later on, we can grind them and get 5 times the ore out of it. It just depends. Oh, hey. Hey, guy. I don't know where that came from. We're going to leave that alone for now. Okay, so good enough. That looks like a dead end, except that there's definitely some parts of the fortress that way we have to figure out how to get to. And we can always go up through the ceiling if we can't find another way over there. Really was kind of hoping to find a spawner that was a little bit closer. Let's see. We could drop down there, but we just have a staircase here too. That'd be silly. Oh, and then we took damage anyhow. Let's eat this steak. I hear lots of stuff. Oh, oh, he's right above us. Hey, guy. Okay, bye. Oh, hey, goodbye. We're gonna just get away from him. Yeah, I know, you're very scary. Scary ghast. Oh, there are multiple ghasts. Wow, what is he doing? He is just screaming. Let's go in here. That seems like might be a little safer. We don't care about tin right now. Don't care about that tin either. Some soul sand and some nether wart wouldn't be bad either. We could start growing that back at the overworld. That'd be pretty useful. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, how many times have you guys built a nether portal in a world spawn and ended up right in a fortress hallway? For me, I've been near a fortress before, but I've never spawned in the hallway like that, just facing down the hall. That's pretty cool. I'm really, really happy about that. That's going to make a lot of our nether exploration a lot easier. Let's see what kind of cool goodies we get in this chest. Leave the mushroom there for now. It's not UHC. I don't need food that bad. There's some nether wart and a saddle. And that looks like a blaze spawner, so that's going to be good too. Let's go ahead and fill this in a little bit. I know this isn't the safest way to get across, but for now it'll work. Ooh. Man, he set me on fire anyway. Darn it. Let's see how we can get over to that. Seems like there should be a way to do that. Maybe through here? Yeah, excellent. So we can get some soul sand too. That's going to work out really, really well. Okay, so there we go. We've got some of that stuff. Let's come over here and get some of this stuff. Right on. Okay, so that's, yeah, there we go. Man, let's not fall down again. Do we need to go around this, or do we need to go up? It looks like we're going to need to go up, because I think that's where our blaze spawner is, right up there. Okay. So I apologize if it's a little dark. Hopefully that won't be too terrible for you guys to see. If it is, maybe I can fix that up with some editing magic after we're done recording. And take a quick peek in this chest as well. More golden chest plates and more saddles. This does not look like it's leading over to our blaze spawner. I think we're going to have to dig over there. So let's see if we can figure out exactly where we need to go. See if we can get a good angle on it from over here. I can kind of see the bold blazes right down beneath me. There they are. Perfect. So this should be okay right here. Let's just see if we can... Oop, hey guys. Oh, there's a bold blaze. Can't really see what's going on. That's not thrilling. Okay. That'll work. Did we get any blaze rods yet? We did. We got one. We don't have the achievement because we haven't done all the normal things. And I should have made a diamond dolly. I just honestly didn't think I was going to find a spawner that quickly. So let's see if we can get... I guess we're going to need 8 blaze rods because we need 4 for each ender tank. So let's see if we can get 8 blaze rods while we're down here. Oop, oop, oop. That's probably not good. This is not the best thing to do when you're in terrible armor and have no potions. But let's go ahead and get... Oh, that's probably going to be the end of us. Let's go down here and get away from him. Oh, wow, that's close. Okay, so let's go ahead and block that off for now and see if we can regenerate up from half a heart. Wow, that is really... Man, I've had very good luck, though, actually, all things considered. We'll take that sulfur for now, and we're going to take a quick peek down here while we're regenerating. That's the back of my portal. Wow, so okay, if we'd have just turned around and gone up these stairs, that's where the blaze spawner is. That is going to be super convenient. Wow, some of you guys are probably thinking, oh, he knew what the seed had. He already did that portal. No, actually, I didn't. I did a lot of exploring, but you saw... Well, you didn't see me get the achievement because I don't have the prerequisites yet. But you did see it loading and creating the terrain for the first time. That's super cool. Okay, so let's just throw a torch on either side of this. Make sure you guys can see that part. That's enough to kind of try and maybe get another blaze rod. See if we can lure some of these guys in here. Oop. See if we can trap them in here a little bit. Here's a couple. Nope, there we go. Hello, guys. Okay, and let's throw that down here so we can count how many we have really easily. And come up here, we're going to just put a ceiling on this thing so that doesn't happen. Oh, hey, hello there. And then we're going to run right back through here and hope we don't die. We are doing pretty well. So 5 blaze rods, not too bad. Our armor's getting pretty beat up. You can see in the lower left corner too exactly how much durability we have left, which is not much. Don't really care about the netherrack, but we would like to take all of this stuff home. So maybe an ender chest and an ender pouch would be a good investment, actually even before the ender tanks. That could definitely be the case. Try and save up a little more health. Oh, hey. What are you doing over there, guy? Alright, let's see if we can get one to spawn. Kind of at the back here, we can just chase him down. This does limit the spawn area. I know it's not the most efficient way to do it, but it does keep them from flying away from us since we don't have a bow yet. Look at that. There we go, like a boss. 7 blaze rods. Just need to get one more. And actually, before we... Ooh, let's see if we can get that one more. Did we get it? We did not. Okay. Let's retreat back here real quick because I want to look up one other recipe while we've got these blaze guys on farm. Ender chest. Fancy ender chest is 4 of those as well. So we need a pearl for that, 4 blaze rod, a couple obsidian, and then the ender tanks. We need 4 blaze rods and a cauldron and a pearl. So we need to get 3 ender pearls, 4 ender pearls. I think the pouches are probably the same way. Let's see, pouch. Blaze powder, so that's a little bit easier. So if we got 8, 12, and then that have to only be 2 more, 14 of those, we'd be good to go. And what about the endothermic pump? 8, 12, 14, that just requires the infused obsidian, which is lots of obsidian. Yeah, so if we can get 14 blaze rods, we will have all the blaze rods we need to get our multi-dimensional storage system up and running. And we're halfway there. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more blaze rods, and I will be back with you guys in just a moment. Oop. Oh, there you go. Okay. Alright, so we are just going to get 2 more blaze rods. We've got a little bit of hunger. Well, let's go ahead and eat up before we go in there. Make sure we can heal all the way up. It looks like there's a couple of them spawned. Oh, hey! Oh! And that guy has a squid hat. Get the squid hat. 13. Not bad. Just need the 1 more. And we have 2 pieces of food left. That'll do it. I'd love to get that other nightmare, but we don't really need that right this second. So we're going to come crouch over here in the corner, wait for that last one to spawn. Hopefully we don't get ambushed by 3. That did happen to me once. I have gotten down to half a heart more times than is safe. But hey, you know... Oh, no, I had to say something, didn't I? Oh, there's 3. We got 15 blaze rods. Okay, we're out of here. Whew. Okay, that was a little scary. So we're going to go this way and get the heck out of here. That is awesome that there's a blaze spawner right by our base. Especially one that is that close. That is phenomenal. So we're going to pop back through the nether portal, go up to the surface world, hope there's not a creeper hanging out at nighttime right in front of our house. I really need to stop saying things like that, because that's what I said right before the 3 blazes spawned. Cross your fingers, peeps. Okay, good. Just a cactus. Angry cactus. And let's get in a house. Looks like we're still pouring iron, because of course this wasn't loaded while I was in the nether. So we're going to let that go for a minute. The one big downside is we still don't have any ender pearls. At all. It's really sad. We're going to have to fix that too. There's some gunpowder. I don't even know where to put all this stuff. Let's just throw all this other stuff up here. That's sulfur. Can't do much with sulfur yet. We can grind it eventually. We're going to have to grind the quartz ore eventually. Iron we can do something with. Mithril we can do something with. Let's throw all of that stuff in there. Some random bricks. Some saddles. Some nether wart. Wool of bat. Soul sand. We'll keep our flint and steel. That could be useful. And then let's see, the gold needs to go in here, the iron needs to go in there. We only have 2 diamonds, that's going to be a big problem too. And we're going to melt down these gold chest plates because they are terrible sauce armor, and we don't really care about that. So we should be able to get the iron and the mithril, all of that's cooking. We are running a little lowish on fuel, but we do have lots and lots of materials here, so let's see what we get out of all of that stuff. Bring that back in here. Throw that in the ore chest down here. We're doing really well. I really can't complain at all about that. We do need some more obsidian, but we're going to go down to our basement to get that while this is all cooking up. Let's just see what we get. Mithril, iron, and gold. Okay, we're going to be fine with all of that good stuff. Now, the only downside is when these chest plates cook up, they might not turn into even numbers of ingots. Oh, but they did 22, and they just poured a couple. So yeah, that's really nice. That's a lot. So it looks like you get, for a fully repaired chest plate, the same 8 it would take to make it. So that is awesome. Each of those chest plates is 8 ingots now. Wow, another way to think about that is every golden chest plate is a golden apple. That's really nice. Okay, so we need some obsidian to make our pouches and our, what are the other things? We're going to need a lot. So let's just mine a lot of obsidian. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. And then what we're going to want to do is make ourselves a Tinker's Construct hammer. And make sure that that's at least a diamond level so that we can get into that meteor and start working on AE. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to mine up some obsidian because this is just tedious, and I will be back with you guys when I have some more of that stuff. Alright, and we are mining out this last block of obsidian here. That didn't take too long. Actually, wasn't so bad. And we found a little bit of silver while we were down there as well, which was underneath the obsidian. That's pretty nice. But 16 ought to do us for now. That'll at least get us started. I did it again. I need to put something right here to kind of say, hey, no, you're done. Let's go back. That'll work. And we are running a little on our steak, but that's okay. We've got lots of plants. We should cook up some potatoes and carrots while we're up there. I know at some point I can do better food with Pam's, and I have a little bit of salt for that, but I haven't really done a whole lot of other kind of crop gathering. So we are still doing basic Minecraft food at this point, at least for now. That'll change later on. So hopping back up here, I can't tell if it's nighttime or not. It's really hard to tell from the journey map thing. It's dark when you're underground. It is still daytime. Fantastic. Let's pop over to this and make sure everything's done. That looks good. Mana infused ingot, iron and gold. We are really rocking on the metals. Throw that in here. Throw the salt in there. Oh, I need to just get the silver going as well. So let's throw some silver into here. Boom. And that should be that. Cobble goes in there. We're going to save that bucket and drum for another time. We are going to need to make ourselves some better armor. So let's see what we have here. Some iron, invar, ferrous. I think it might just be time to go up to iron armor for now. So that's going to be an easy thing to do. Let's just go over to this. Make ourselves a hat. Boom. Chest. And some boots. Boom, boom. And then we need some pants. Boom. Okay, so let's do that. And I'm pretty sure that I can't smelt down partial copper. So at some point we'll have to put a junk chest of all of our backup armor in case we get killed somewhere. Can't find our stuff. But for now that's going to go into here with all the other backup stuff. Old copper picks and whatnot. And then we are going to... What are we going to do next? Remind me, folks. Oh, yes, we're going to make some ender stuff. So where are those blaze rods? Let's get those. Oh, we don't have the ender pearls yet. So we're going to save all of that. And do we have leather in one of these? 3 leather. And I think that's exactly what we needed, if I recall correctly, for the bag. So what we need next is enderman. And I think there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can, and probably what we should do, is make a diamond dolly. Let's see, diamond dolly. That requires a regular dolly and 3 diamonds, and we only have 2 diamonds. Oh no. Okay, so that plan will not work yet. I was going to make a diamond dolly and go to a dungeon, see if we could run around real quick, just try to wall things off, not fight much, see if we can find an enderman spawner. That's not going to happen. So we need some endermen in a different format. The other thing we can do is make that tool I was talking about, so that we can get a hammer and smash up the, what is that? Meteors. That's what I was talking about. Because we did find one of those somewhere on our map over here. We have a meteor down this way. So yeah, we can do that, go over there. It's a bit of a boat ride, not too bad, right along the coast, cut across, get to the meteor. I wonder, when you look at a material on this, it doesn't tell you what it's breakable by, does it? Sky stone, no it doesn't, so you'd have to see it out in the world to see if this would work. It does get obsidian, so it might work on sky stone, but I'd hate to get all the way over there and have it not work. We can build ourselves, well, you know what would work is stone, and it's not the best, but if it works, it works, and we can just stick a diamond on it as a modifier, and that will be just fine. Okay, so let's go up here, and we will do that. It's going to be a terrible tool. Part builder. There's that. Let's get a hammerhead. Get a stone hammerhead, and what do we need? A tough binding, I think, and then we need probably a tough rod. And then a large plate? Is it 1 or 2 of those? Let's see how good I remember this stuff. Tool station. And, oh, right. We need a tool forge. Otherwise, we can't make the better tier tools. Tool forge requires the tool station and 4 blocks of iron and 3 seared bricks. So let's take that with us. 4 blocks of iron, 3 seared bricks. I'm pretty sure we have the iron for that. 4 blocks. There's 4 blocks. And 3 seared bricks. We have 2 seared bricks. Okay, well, I don't know what that sound was. I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and knock off 3 seared bricks from here real quick. We're gonna put them. Oh nope, that's okay. We're gonna take these and we'll have to put these back later. But we aren't gonna put them back because we're gonna need them to build this thing. So we'll make some more grout. But for now, I want to get this thing up and running. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these things. And then we need, what was it? Like that. And then I think across the top. And 1 of these. Boom. Okay, good. So we need to get some more grout smelting at some point soon. Do we have any more gravel? 4 gravel. 1, 2, 3, 4 sand. And 1 of these clay guys. Let's get that put in as grout. Whoop. That way. And that way. And that. Grout. And we'll get that cooking. And the other thing you can do, I think you can actually melt seared stone now and put that in the ingot cast, and that makes seared bricks as well. So we might play with that here in a little bit. But for now, let's go back up here. Let's put our tool forge down. Oh, not there. Go in the right spot. Tool forge. Hammer. And I did not need the tough binding. I did need another large plate. Okay, so let's get that. Back to the hammer. That guy. those two guys, and this tough rod. That is a terrible hammer. However, what we can do now is we can do a modifier on this, put a diamond on it, modifier's diamond. And that will let us use this as though it were a diamond pick or diamond hammer, mining level obsidian. And I think that's going to be the same as the osmium hammer, but it's going to let us do a little bit more with that. Let's go ahead and sleep here because it's nighttime now. We're going to grab a couple of boats and sail over there. Let's see. What else do we need to do? We need to get some grout out of here. Almost done. All right, I'm going to check on a couple recipes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we just put a little bit more lava in there. Oops, let's keep these buckets over here for now. And the seared stone, I was right. So if you have cobblestone in here, you melt it up, use the ingot cast, you do in fact get seared bricks out of that. We had that silver from earlier. So now we can do 3 of these, and actually we'll have 4 of them, that's fine. And we can put our smeltery tower back to its original height. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. That is outstanding. We got that back the way it's supposed to be. Put that in there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this episode a little bit early. I know I wanted to get on a boat and go over there, but this episode is starting to get a little bit long. I will probably go over there off camera just to the meteor and start gathering up the skystone that we need and see if there's a pattern or two in the chest there. And next episode we will get started on putting the AE network together. Now, I do appreciate all your support on this video series. So far you guys have been really happy with it. I'm glad to hear that. I saw the requests about doing witchery. I will definitely get into that at some point. Although I'd like to start by having a good storage system sorted out before I start going into other kind of stuff and things. So that means for me, AE, or at least some diamond chests, and as you can see, we have 1 diamond. So I will do some resource gathering again between episodes. At some point, we're going to move out of here. I'm not too worried about fixing this place up because it's not going to be our permanent base. Although we are definitely going to come back here from time to time with another portal being in the fortress like that. Maybe all we're going to do is tear this down and build a big house near its place. Or even just out here on the sand, build a bigger base up here and then kind of go down a little ways. It's not a bad area. It's just a little bit isolated. So alright, let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please do hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, and thankfully not this time orange, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.